Hello. Today I'm going to be doing a video on insomnia. I've had someone ask me about doing a video on insomnia. So insomnia is quite a big issue, and there's a lot of different elements that can contribute to insomnia. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to ask questions and you're going to see if you have answers for them. And then we're going to be using the tapping process to address whatever comes up through the questions that we're asking. So first of all, everyone does insomnia different. So some people have a real lot of trouble going to sleep, but eventually when they go to sleep, they're fine. Other people will go to sleep fine, but they'll wake up 2, 3, 4 hours later, and when they wake up, they can't go back to sleep. Other people will just wake up every 2 hours and be awake for a substantial amount of time and then go back to sleep. So it's this broken sleep or this lack of sleep that leaves them feeling drained, with no energy, angry, frustrated, whatever. So I want you to notice how it is that you do insomnia. So there's a process that would happen where you go to bed, you lie there and your thoughts are running and you can't go to sleep, or you lie there, you fall asleep easy, you wake up and you've got nothing running, but you're just not tired and you're not sleeping. Whatever it is for you, and I want you to write it down. Write it down, whatever it is for you. Then the next thing I want you to think about is, how long have you been experiencing insomnia? So when you first ask that question, the unconscious or the conscious may not know. And you'll go, I don't know, it seems like forever. Keep asking the question. If you do know, write it down. So if it's 6 months, a year, and you remember, write it down. If you don't know, have a guess. Just guess, 20 years. And when you have that guess, or when you know, what I want you to do is I want you to go back to that time. What was happening in your life at that time? Was there anything significant that had happened or was happening? And what I mean by that is, quite often when I've worked with people, it's happened like about a year before or 18 months before, but then there was this insignificant event, but that was the catalyst. It was like the last straw. It was that had enough, and that's when the insomnia started. So I want you to look at what it may be for you. So if it's 20 years, you go back, okay, well, that's 1998. So you think about 1998, what was happening in 1998, 1997. You look at your age, how old was I then? Who was I around? Where was I living? What was happening? And you just filter through and see if there's anything that pops into your mind around that time that was stressful or last straw. Yeah, stressful, last straw. Okay, and when you find it, if you find something, write it down as well. Then I want you to look at, what is it that insomnia does in your life? So it would cause fatigue, it gets you angry, frustrated, you can't be bothered anymore, you've got no energy, you feel angry for lack of control, you feel your body's betraying you, whatever. Just write it down. The fact that you experience insomnia, what does that mean for you? And write it down. Excellent. So now what I want you to look at is your nightly routine. What is your nightly routine? Are you someone that watches TV right up until you go to bed, or you're scanning through your phone? Or on your computer? What is it you're doing of a night before you go to bed? All the experts out there will tell you you need to be off your devices for an hour before you go to bed. Off devices for an hour. When you go into your bedroom, it needs to be a peaceful place, somewhere where you're going to relax and rejuvenate. So whatever that means for you, you go into your bed and you lie there and you're feeling relaxed, ready for sleep. Okay? Are they reading a book's fine? If you're someone that reads, you can read before bed. Okay. So you make sure that you're doing everything you possibly can so that you can get the rest you deserve. Now we're going to use the tapping to tap on anything that's come up throughout this process. So we look at when it started. If you've found a significant event of when it's started, I want you to use the tapping to focus on any stress around that event. If you haven't got that and you're looking at you're angry, you're frustrated, this lack of control, and you want to focus on that, you can focus on that. So what we're going to do is we go, how do we know it bothers us? You go inside and you notice how you know it bothers you. How you know it bothers you. So it could be sounds that you're hearing, telling yourself, I'm sick of it, I'm over it, I'm always exhausted. It could be physical sensations of just the fatigue and the tiredness. It could be the memory that we talked about, going back to some significant event. Notice what it is. Notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how strong you can make it bother you. 10, of course, is the worst you can make it bother. 0 is like it's not bothering you at all. And then we're going to be using a tapping process, grabbing the wrist, taking a big deep breath in and blowing it out, and finding a peaceful place, somewhere you feel really peaceful. Now, for some people, this can be quite hard. They've had a lot of anxiety and worry in their life, and they've never really felt peaceful. If you haven't got a place where you feel peaceful, you imagine what it would be like to feel peaceful. You may know someone that emanates this peaceful, serene feeling. What would it feel like to be that person? And you just step into that. You would just imagine, you just use your imagination, and then you grab the wrist. It might even be a place you go to. You know, you might want to go up into the clouds and lie on the clouds and imagine what it would feel like just to be lying on that cloud. Yeah? So that's what we do when we go to here. So now what I want you to do is we're going to notice how it bothers you. Go inside, notice how it bothers you. All the stress, all the tension, all the frustration, whatever it is. And then tapping on your eyebrow, releasing and letting go. All the stress, all the sadness, all the fear, all the emotional trauma, I'm letting it go. Releasing and letting go. All the anger, all the resentment, all the guilt, I'm letting it go. All the judgment, all the abandonment, all the betrayals, I'm letting it go. All the helplessness, all the hopelessness, all feelings of no control, the powerless feelings, I'm letting it go. Grab the wrist, take a nice big deep breath. Blood out. Then go back to that peaceful place. And when you find that peaceful place in your body, that's right. Just give your wrist a bit of a squeeze. Excellent. Okay, I want you to go back again. You've got insomnia. You've had it for all this time. It's not going to change. It never changes. You've tried everything and it still doesn't change. Releasing and letting go. All the physical sensations, I'm letting it go. Side eye. All the images, I'm letting it go. All the sounds, releasing and letting go. Everything I say to myself about this, I'm letting it go. It is safe for me today to let it all go now. That's right. Big deep breath in. Blow it out. And peace. In your mind, go to that peaceful place. And when you feel that peace in your body, that imaginary peace, if you need to, just squeeze your wrist. Excellent. All right, let's do it again. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about the insomnia. You can't get to sleep. You lie there all the time thinking, going over in your head, the frustration. You wake up, you can't get back to sleep. Notice how that makes you feel, the tension, the tightness, releasing and letting go. All the tension, all the tightness, I'm letting it go. Nothing helps me. I've been experiencing it for years under the eye. This isn't going to help either. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. All the anger, the frustration. I've tried everything. I'm letting it go. Grab the wrist, big deep breath. Blow it out. Find that peace in your body. Go to that place. And peace. Excellent. All right, go back again. Insomnia. How you know you've got it. You've had it for so many years. There's no reasons. It's just there and it won't go away. I want you to notice the impact it has on your life and those around you. Notice that bother you. Eyebrow, releasing and letting go. All the ways this bothers me, I'm letting it go. All the images, all the sounds, all the physical sensations, I'm letting it go. Insomnia, it's never going to change. It's been like it for years. So angry, so frustrated, annoying. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it all go now. That's right. I'm letting it go. Threw a couple extra tapping points in there. No big deal. And peace. Doesn't matter where you're tapping. It's about focusing on it, then focusing on the tapping. Focusing on the issue, then focusing on the tapping. And peace. Feel that peace. Okay, let's go back again. You're suffering from insomnia. How do you know? Is it just a knowing? You just know that you suffer from it? If it's a knowing, when you get that knowing, you'll notice that there's a sense in your body that the knowing is true. It's how you know it's true, is this sense in your body. So notice the sense that tells you it's true. Notice the sense that tells you it's never going to change. It's always been like this. You've tried everything. We're not going to try. We're just going to do it. We're going to sleep soundly at night. Releasing and letting go. That sense in my body. I have insomnia. I've had insomnia for years, months, whatever it is. Never changes. I've tried everything. I never get to sleep. I wake up, I can't go back to sleep. All the thinking, all the worrying, just lying there, nothing. Don't feel tired. Whatever it is, notice how it bothers you and then let it go. It's safe to let it all go now. Grab the wrist, take a nice big deep breath. And peace. Find that peace. Excellent. All right, let's go back again. You have insomnia. You don't sleep. You can't sleep. You wake up, can't go back to sleep. Notice what's left. Notice all the ways it bothers you. Notice what it means to you and your family. What does it mean? You know, are you half asleep when you're with your children? Are you at work and you're not working properly because you can't think straight because you're so tired and so fatigued? What is it that bothers you about this? Notice what it is. Got it? Eyebrow, releasing and letting go. All the stress, all the anxiety, I'm letting it go. The annoying, the frustrating, I'm letting it go. Releasing and letting go. Now, when we're tapping, we're focusing on our fingers. Let it go. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting it all go. Grab the wrist. And pace. Okay, so the idea, you just keep watching the video until you get to a 0 where it's not bothering you anymore. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start to imagine that you're sleeping right through the night. Right through the night. You're going to bed an hour before you go to sleep. You're relaxing down. You're doing some breathing techniques. Whatever techniques you've learned, you can incorporate them, where you're just relaxing down and allowing your body to get ready for sleep. You sleep through the night. What would that feel like if you got a solid 7, 8 hours sleep, 6, 7, I don't care, however many hours you want, and you woke up feeling refreshed, like vitalized, energized, excited about the day? What would that feel like? What would that feel like? Notice what's happening in your head. Some of you might be saying, that's not going to happen. That doesn't happen for me. I can't sleep like that. I've never slept. Notice what you're saying to yourself that's stopping you from even imagining it being possible. And then we're going to tap it out. Releasing and letting go. I'm a skeptic. It's not going to happen for me. It hasn't worked in the past. Why would it work now? I'm letting it go. All the ways, I don't believe this is true. I really don't think it's possible. Releasing and letting go. I would never, ever sleep that long. There's no way I could sleep that long. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it all go. Grab the wrist. And pace. Excellent. Okay, let's go back again. I want you to imagine sleeping whatever hours you want, solidly through the night. Notice if there's any bad things come up, what bad things might happen if you sleep solidly. Some of us get these patterns around certain times where we have to be more vigilant. So just notice, if you sleep right through the night, what is it? What bad thing is it that might happen? Notice what it is. Notice how you know it to be true. You just feel it to be true. You say something. Eyebrow, releasing and letting go. All the images fading away. That's right. All the sounds drifting off. I'm letting it go. All the physical sensations, eliminating them. It's safe to sleep through the night, to wake up refreshed, energized, vitalized, excited about the day, full of energy. I'm letting it go. Okay, grab the wrist, take a nice big deep breath, blow it out, and peace. Okay, how possible is it for you now? How possible is it for you to sleep a solid amount of time? Got it? Notice how there's a bit of you that's still like, it's not going to happen. Releasing and letting go. All my disbelief, It's not possible. I'm letting it go. All the ways I know I can't sleep through the night. I've never slept through the night. It's been years since I slept through the night. It's just not possible. Why would this work? I've tried everything and nothing works for me. We're not trying it, we're doing it. You're sleeping through the night. You're making a decision today, long enough, you want to sleep blank hours solid. Fill in the blank. 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, whatever it is for you. Feeling energized, revitalized, rested, recuperated, whatever it is, I'm letting it go. Grab the wrist. And peace. Excellent. Okay, let's go back again. Notice what's left. So if you haven't got insomnia, what have you got? What's the opposite to insomnia? If you haven't got insomnia, what's the opposite? You got nothing. You have a restful peace, a restful sleeping habit. You sleep through the night. One of the things so insomnia is something I'm very fortunate, and I am very fortunate, I've never experienced. But I believe there's a couple of really distinctive things in my childhood that helped with that. Even when I'm really stressed, even when the most major drama's going on, I'm out. And one of the things that I grew up with that I think truly to this day has benefited me is I got told stories all the way. Not only did it not happen when I was younger, I got told these stories repeatedly as I was growing up. So my parents would take us to the local dance. I grew up in the country, and they had the hall where there was dancing going on, and then they would have a room off to the side where they would be playing cards. So people would be dancing and people would be playing cards. They used to put my bassinet, or our bassinet, not only me, it was my siblings as well, depending on how small we were, up on the stage next to the band, and they would go play cards. Or as we got older, so that's when we're in the bassinet, as we got older, they would, we would go in and say we're tired or whatever, and they'd say, okay, lie down and go to sleep. And we would just lie down on the floor and fall asleep. So this happened when we were younger, when I was very young, but I also repeatedly got told this as we were growing up. So I'm a great sleeper. It is what I have told myself for years and continue to tell myself. If someone says, oh, I can't go there, I won't sleep, I'm like, oh, I'm a great sleeper, I can sleep anywhere. So that is reinforcing and has continued to reinforce the fact that I sleep. I can be on a shit mattress. I can be on the most luxurious bed. I can be in a noisy environment. Doesn't matter to me. I can sleep on planes, people either side. I'm out to it. So what is it that you can be saying to yourself to reinforce the fact that you're a good sleeper? Now, at first, you might have to maybe lie to yourself a little bit, fake it until you make it. But over time, as you get longer and longer stints of this solid sleep, it's starting to reinforce what you're already saying. And it's like, well, yeah, I did get a solid sleep last night. I did wake up feeling refreshed. Now, the importance is, and this is the really important part, all of us need a different amount of time to sleep. I know heaps of people that have 4 hours a night and they are loving it. They have 4 solid hours, they wake up refreshed, vital, full of vitality, energized, excited about the day. Great. It's not about the time. So if you get hooked into a specific amount of time, Even if you say you're hooked into 8 hours, we need 8 hours sleep. If you're hooked into that and you get 7 hours, you'll focus on the hour you missed out on. So I want you to focus more on how you want to wake feeling. This energized, clarity, focus, whatever it is for you. Notice how you want to wake and focus on that. Imagine how it would feel waking up like that, and not so much the time. You know, don't get hooked into the time. All right, so the idea is you replay it and you keep tapping and tapping. You're noticing the difference. And if you've got any questions, just ask me. Send me a message. Go to my Facebook page, message me, put a comment below, whatever it is. And I'll see if I can clarify it every more. Thank you for your questions. I hope this helps. And see you on YouTube. Bye.